today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Atlanta Falcons taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in a perfect 10-0.
And it's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. All phases of the game coming together for this team.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback back in the NFL for the first time since 2016. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 19 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing the gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Kaepernick sets up the screen to Robinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got it down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. drive. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. They'll run here with Robinson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
They run. Robinson down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay.
He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And pressure gets to him again. William Golston in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You've caught plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
The score remains tied.
Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Brings up 2nd.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 136 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 19 and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
The 2-yard line.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
That's the kickoff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it.
Kaepernick on the keeper.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage, but in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
Step out.
yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
On the play. Recovered by the defense.
Defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Raiders nothing.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Let's see now what Colin Kaepernick has been up to so far in this game. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
The Raider 1st down.
To throw is Kaepernick. Henry brings it in. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
5-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out,
sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Falcons.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 15. And he slings one that's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got some space here. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it down with Robinson. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Las Vegas, 1st down.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. This is caught. Watkins. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Sammy Watkins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll let this go deep for Rowe. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen.
and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier. Brought down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and the Raider first down. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there on the first down play. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On the run, it's Robinson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Vegas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hardman to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes Cobb. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Kaepernick looking to throw, 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you worked on.
And the Raiders have got it. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action. It's McDonald. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this 1st half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the 2nd quarter. A.J. Green, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Titans. Patrick Mahomes having his hottest start as you can. 4 first-half touchdown passes. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the 2nd half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Starting the 2nd half with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times. There he goes, left side. You got to feel it. Falcons. Christian McCaffrey, 81 massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes Cobb. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing his Kaepernick on 3rd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Hardman on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Falcons ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up or he has to alter what he does.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 3 at the 30.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work. And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
49-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The 40-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
McCaffrey. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 27. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Deshaun Gibson.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is McDonald. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Christian McCaffrey there to make the grab. And the Falcons add on. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more.
Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes Cobb. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback, Denzel Ward. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take right into contract negotiations, isn't it?
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Here's McDonald to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is in the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL, because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes Cobb. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw, Kaepernick. This is Cobb with a catch right side.
Kaepernick.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now, Kaepernick again. A rough go there on 3rd down. A loss of 4.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
There's Matt Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
17-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 27.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's...
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
On third down, McDonald will let this go deep for Ruggs. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Out of the gun, McDonald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Outside by Cobb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
Kaepernick now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 2nd down. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.